Today, LEGO revealed 3 big sets across 3 different themes. These released March 1st, 2026, the first which is the new LEGO Ideas set, the Floating Sea Otters, with 1,234 pieces and $120 as a retail price in the United States. This recently leaked, and it's been kind of a controversial leak. A lot of people say that this reveal is a downgrade from the original Ideas project. And I'm in the camp of liking the original Ideas project more, which had a more cartoony design to this. We have 1x1 printed tiles as the eyes in the original LEGO Ideas design. While in the final set, you have a brick build, which seemingly uses the microphone piece of all pieces, where it's a much more beady eye design. There's also a nice roundness to the head in that original Ideas version, which has a more peculiar shape in the final version, but the whole design of that final version is more anatomically accurate. So it's less stylized, but more of what you would see for an otter in real life. So I get why people find this new one more appealing. I mean, even the color scheme is more accurate for what they're going for here with this mama otter. I don't know. That original design appealed to me also because it was a smaller design, so it looked like something that would probably be like $80 at most. This one is a lot chunkier because we get a whole other otter in the final set. Yeah, there's a baby otter pup, the design of which uses a 1x1 stud for the eyes right there. Well, it's a sleeping closed eyelid. That's pretty adorable, and I think I like the overall design of that otter pup better than the actual otter itself. Notice how that could easily be removed from the mom's body there, but yeah, without the baby otter pup, this looks kind of strange just with that flat body. I think that's why they included the shell design, which you could put on the body there without the baby otter, and it makes it look less vacant and strange. And notice how this design also has movable arms, movable legs, which all have ends that are clipped on, so you get even some more movement right there. The head moves left to right seemingly, and you can also open up the mouth. I probably counted off, but counting both of these, the original design and the new set design, both of them have a 36 wide base with the little pond there. And the pond design has a shell in the final set, which wasn't present in the original pitch. Both have translucent blue tiles in their pond builds and have plant life. I would say the final version has more plant life than that pitch, though the final version is missing that rock formation that was in the original pitch on Ideas. So yeah, I gravitate more towards the Ideas project, but if I had to be honest, I wasn't going to buy this in the first place, so these changes aren't really affecting me. Let me know in the comments, are you more happy with the final version of this set or with that original pitch? The next set is a LEGO art set. The very famous painting by Claude Monet, the bridge over a pond of water lilies. And this will retail for $250 in the United States with 3,179 pieces. Now this is actually an early access 1st of March release because it releases for everybody 4th of March, but you know, signing up for LEGO Insider is a free thing. The original painting is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and considering the very intricate brushwork and color scheme, this is a very daring set to capture as a LEGO set. And honestly, they did a great job with the top half. I'm not sure that bottom half works, but I'm actually really impressed by the top half, where they use a lot of different color variations of that 1x1 plant piece, you know, the one with the 3 leaves sticking out, merged with pieces like the cherry piece in blue and those 1x1 flower pieces. That's to the right side. On the left, very interesting use of these 3 and 4 long pole pieces in different colors and carrot top pieces. And the design for the bridge in the middle was probably the easiest part of capturing this painting, which is still not an easy feat. And I think they did a great job with the angles there, using some tile pieces as well as some of those 1x4 cylinder tile pieces. The part that kind of fails for me is when we get to the lily pond at the bottom, and all those different color lilies just don't look great when captured using round different tile pieces. You have the 1x2 tile piece that's round. You have the half circle tile piece. There's the half circle jumper tile. There's more of those 1x1 flower pieces. There's the 1x1 that's like a half oval design. And I don't know, this just doesn't really do a great job capturing the design of those lily pads. It just looks like a mess of different round tile pieces from LEGO. I do like the line pieces used once again, those pole pieces. It actually works with the color scheme. Even going down to using those F1 blind box car pieces, you know, that new handle piece, that's really neat. And speaking of which, there's just a great variety of different colored pieces, exclusive ones like that F1 piece I was talking about. That's the first time we're getting that in blue. They have the cherry piece in blue for the first time too. The cow horn piece in a new color for that piece with that lime green. The paint palette unprinted in a blue. The frog piece over here, an unprinted oval shield in that light blue. So yeah, it's an incredible parts pack for just those interesting recolors, which I'm sure will be available on Pick a Brick online. And just for interesting part usages in general, I like them using that carrot piece and that lavender color, or even the paintbrush piece making an appearance. So yeah, like I said, I like the top half of this, and I like the bottom half when they use those pole pieces, but I just think the key lilies of this are just not captured well. This being an art set, they advertise a podcast included, which I never listened to any of those Lego art podcasts. If you have, let me know what they are like in the comments below. I do think the $250 price is a little bit steep for what's included. Sure, there's 3,179 pieces, but it feels like a lot of those are small and common pieces, aside from getting some of them in new part colors. Finally, there's a Lego Icons vehicle of the Ford Model T, which will retail for $130 in the United States with 1,060 pieces. Usually these vehicles icon sets don't interest me, but this one is so different than the others. You know, this iconic old ass car. The design here has so many details that kind of surprise me. Like there's this crank at the front and I was like, okay, why is there a crank there? Is that just an awkward play feature? No, this crank was used back in the day to start up Ford Model Ts, which is kind of crazy. That's before they had electric starters. Now the use of it in this set actually powers a fan inside. So they kind of have a fan activation with an unrelated crank feature. So that's kind of cool that they put those two features together. There's some other features like working steering, a full back fabric roof, a fold down split windscreen, and a single opening passenger door, which are all accurate. There's a trunk that opens as well, a section that you could open to reveal the engine, and you could even lift the seat to access the fuel tank. Those white wheels are accurate and very distinct. I think they're exclusive to this set in that coloring, and I love the gold finish on some of these details. Like if you look, there's that Ford logo in gold at the very front. And at first I thought it was a sticker, but I think when you have printing on those gold pieces, you might have to have like that gold backing as like a rectangle already printed on there. So it might be a print, I might be wrong there. That looks really nice with that black base of that whole car there. So yeah, very interesting set, even if I'm not going to get it because I just don't have any other Icons vehicles. The $130 price is pretty steep though. This would have been perfect at $100. I guess that's some licensing fees. Regardless, let me know out of these three sets, which is your favorite. I have to say, surprisingly, I think the Model T is just the most interesting to me. It's such a strange vehicle to capture as this icon set, but it also makes a lot of sense because yeah, it is an icon. I just haven't seen much about it. I would love a Speed Champions of this set someday. Subscribe here for Lego news, commentary, and honest Lego takes. Seriously, you leave it a comment, pressing that like button and pressing that subscribe button really helps out with the growth of this channel against the rough algorithm, and I'll see you later. Peace out.